This is the J-Hawks Sports Network, powered by Heartland Technology.
Welcome aboard on the J-Hawks Sports Network. From Heartland Technology, I'm Nate Clayberg. As flying solo for the girls' game, Jason Pilcher will join me up top for the boys' game, as we'll have Jesup hosting tonight Sumner-Fredericksburg as they come in with a record in the season on the girls' end of things with a 1-3 record. This will be their, not quite in conference, actually this will be their first conference play. Jesup coming in at 4-0, and this will also be the first game in the NICL East for Jesup. So in that Nickel East, you're looking at Jesup, Wapsie Valley, Sumner, Union, and Owine are all involved in what that is. So very momentarily, we'll get our starting lineups as Jesup comes in with Peyton Bowes being your leading scorer on this team. 16.8 points per game, 43% from the field, shooting 43% from beyond the arc as well. So that's really contributed to where the junior is at so far this season with that on-floor leadership. Olivia Nesbitt, this year, she's the tall one on the floor for this team. She'll be in the center for that jump ball. And she's shooting 8.8 points per game. Adriana Bolden, one of the lone seniors. Not many seniors on this squad at all, but 7 points per game. But she is leading this team in assists as well. We will turn things over to public address announcer Dan Fox.
A special welcome is extended to our guests from Sumner-Fredericksburg High School. Jesup High School proudly supports and practices good sportsmanship by supporting your team, respecting the abilities of the opposition, and the decision of the officials. You can create an environment that is reflective of the community. Be a class act. Be a good sport. Be a winner in the game of sportsmanship. Please welcome tonight's game officials, Steve Allman, Cody Oakes, and Chris Shaw. Now, the starting lineup for the Sumner-Fredericksburg Cougars. A senior, number 12, Jana Meyer. A senior, number 22, Adeline Westendorf. A senior, number 30, Ava Schultz. A senior, number 32, Olivia Seahawks. A senior, number 34, Isabel Elliott. The Cougars are coached by Kevin Bergman. And now for our J-Hawks, a junior, number 2, Peyton Youngblood. A junior, number 5, Faye Bay. A junior, number 10, Peyton Boo. A junior, number 23, Olivia Nesbitt. And a senior, number 32, Adriana Bolden. The Jayhawks are coached by Jordan Conrad. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as we honor our nation in respect to our men and women in uniform around the world who protect our liberties and way of life with the playing of our national.
right, national anthem is being played by our Jesup High School band under the direction of Mrs. Truax as we are set for tip-off very shortly. Here's our starting lineup as we set out for our visiting team in the Sumner-Fred Cougars under the direction of Kevin Bergman. Jana Meyer, senior. Adeline Westendorf, also a senior. Center Ava Schultz. Guard Olivia Seahawks, who is a senior. And also center forward Elizabeth Elliott. And when you look at Elizabeth Elliott, she's averaging close to 27 points per game. She will get the nod in the circle going up against Olivia Nesbitt. She, I believe, is committed to go play volleyball at UNI in the fall next year. So getting her opportunity here in basketball as Sumner-Fred will get the tip. And we are underway in Jesup as we get into the first quarter. Again, Jesup coming in 4-0 right now compared to the Cougars at 1-3 as they have come through with only the success they had against Charles City to open up the year back on November the 20th. And we have, I'm guessing we're having an issue with our shot clock lining up, so we need to get that set. So we should only have about 24 seconds down off of that clock, so we may look like we need to get that adjusted. Actually, 11 seconds is where they're at. So they'll get that adjusted. Officials will talk with each other, and we're set to get back. So starting lineup for Jesup, what we see on the floor, and this is what we've seen consistently. Peyton Youngblood, this is a heavy junior starting lineup, along with Sage Bain, Peyton Bowes, Olivia Nesbitt. Adriana Bolden is the lone senior that is starting, and she is also the lone senior on this team for the Jesup J-Hawks. There's a foul down below, and that will count against Sumner-Fred, and that will go against Isabella Elliott. Actually, strike that. It's going to go against Jesup, and that'll be the first personal foul and a team foul, and count that up against Sage Bain. Looked like it was going against Sumner-Fred. Outside shot goes up, side of the rim, no good. Going to come out of bounds under the touch of Peyton Bowes, and Jesup will have the possession for the first time tonight. Thanks for joining us on the Jayhawks Sports Network. From Heartland Technology, I'm Nate Clayberg. Anthony Baugh running the controls. Eric Clark on the camera tonight. Whether you're following along at home on our YouTube channel or on Facebook, we appreciate that. Whether you're a Jayhawk fan or you are a Cougar fan, or just tuning in to see what is going on as you've maybe scraped through your YouTube feed and see this game. Officials still collaborating with the scorers table to see what is happening down below there as far as matching up with the clock. Sumner-Fred has traveled well tonight. They had a fair amount of people here for the JV games, and now here for varsity. There's a fair amount of people, too, that are coming in. So Joe Smines, the athletic director, has made his way to the scorer's table to exhibit his authority and knowledge, or attempt to anyway. Looks like the stripes are ready to go, and Adriana Bolden will inbound for Jesup as they get their first possession from behind that north basket here in the south gym. First doubleheader tonight that we have here on Jayhawk Sports Network so far for this 23-24 season. Had our broadcast with Sumner-Fred, actually with Waukon a couple weeks back. And Jesup, that was our first taste to see what Jesup girls basketball is like without Lainey Pilcher, who graduated last year and had set a number of records and went on to Iowa Central to play and is doing well there. We talked to her at halftime back on that. Invite you to find that on YouTube or Facebook, the halftime interview there. And I would say when you're looking at this team, and we'll talk to head coach Jordan Conrad at halftime of our boys game, they don't lose much when you look at how he's bringing his substitutions in and out, as that shot keeps both teams scoreless right now. And Coach Conrad, he'll go 8 total at least on his bench, but when you're looking at who he's bringing in between either the Bose sisters or even Peyton Weber, things don't really drop off much. You've got some underclassmen skill sense, but definitely not the mindset or even how their presence is on the floor, and they're getting better every time they go out. Again, they are 4-0 in the season. Again, picking up the win most recently against Olwine on Tuesday, 63-20. Beating Denver last Friday, 54-53. Victory over Hudson, 63-60. Fought for that one. And Hudson, a really strong team as well. And then they opened the season again with Waukon winning 53-47. Under 6 minutes yet to see a score from either of these teams. A very solid senior lineup for the Cougars and the experience that they have. And Jesup doing a solid job right now trying to prevent paints inside, and that's where they've seen Coach Conrad had talked to me before the game. That's where they've seen a lot of the points coming in from Elliott. Of the almost 27-point average she's had so far this season through 4 games. Deep shot goes up, side no good. Who's going to pull that down? Right in the middle. There's Elliott. Again, she leads the team in scoring. She's a 67% shooter from the field, 78% at the line. Averaging 14 rebounds per game. And there is the first shot that goes in. Sumner-Fred will get that credit. And that'll be the basket going to Meyer. Under 5 minutes to play. Jesup fans still on their feet waiting for that first basket to go in to then get their permission to sit down. Nesbitt will kick that back out to Peyton Youngblood. Little hop in, 10-footer, no good. Rebound to Sumner-Fred. Westendorf pulls that board down. 4:35 to go. Peyton Bose, some strong defense, pressure. Working that, look like a zone, but they're following one-to-one press here. Bolden. In an obstacle in that lane, forcing some shots. There's the rebound. Peyton Bose looking for a breakaway. Going to slow things up a little bit, and right in the middle. 6'1" Isabella Elliott. She pulls that back in possession. Turns that back over for the Cougars. Little drive from Meyer, gets tagged up, and that will be, I believe, against Bolden. So it'll be the second team foul.
20 pork sandwiches left. They only have 20 left.
FFA doing their 10 pork tenderloin sandwich fundraiser tonight in the media center, just by the activity doors here in Jesup. Just got the announcement. There's only 20 left. So if you're home watching this and thinking I haven't eaten yet, or I already ate, but that sounds good, come on up, $10, get you a plate full of food. But you'll have to hurry to support the FFA. Left side, we've got a different Bose in the game this time, and that's Emma. She comes through to help Jesup score their first basket, and that lets the Jesup fans, especially the parents, sit down. Shot comes up short. There's Sage Bain, pulls that one down. She's in the right place, right time. 3:31 to play first quarter. Little outside shot. Peyton Bose can't get that. And there's Sumner-Fred putting on the pressure. Applying that pressure, not letting much happen. And that corner shot in and out for Seahawks and Sumner-Fred. So it'll be the first personal foul, actually second personal foul, team foul for Sumner-Fred. Meyer has that first one. Seahawks again with that second one from earlier. And we'll look at a three-quarter court pressure as Meyer tries to meet the point guard. Take it through to Ben, quick give and go. Jaden Bowes now in the game for Jesup. That deep shot, that goes in, and that's going to put them up ahead for the first time. It took a long time for either team to score, and it took a minute beyond that for Jesup to get on the board. As Peyton Weber, the freshman, she's on the floor for Coach Conrad as well right now. We've got plenty of Bowes and plenty of Peytons on this team. Bring it to the left side. Bain, little switch off to Emma Bowes. Emma Bowes, one of the most aggressive players on this team, and she's just a sophomore. So you got two sophomores, couple juniors, and a freshman on the floor for Jesup right now. 2-minute mark. Pull up outside, off the rim, no good. Emma Bowes keeps trying to fight for the rebound, sails out, and it will be Jesup ball. Olivia Nesbitt makes her way back in for the Jayhawks. 2 minutes. Both teams in that 2-foul territory on both sides. Little lob in. Nesbitt gets that no-look catch. Weber outside. It's a 7-2 game. Jesup seems to try and find these cool starts, figure out some things, and then they start playing. And that's what's happening right now. Errant pass comes out. Jesup will get it back. A little pressure. Ava Schultz comes off the bench for Jesup. Volker in for Sumner-Fred. Volker is a 5'8" junior for the Cougars, and head coach Kevin Bergman, assisted by Josh Kruger and Lonnie Schultz. There's Peyton. She'll take that shot beyond that arc by about 2 feet. Miss it. The ball will remain on Jesup's end. Looked like she may have stepped out. Isabella Elliott, that is. There's Peyton Bowes. Stacked up in that south basket. Looking for an opportunity. Up top, finds her sister. There's the shot from Jaden, no good. Pull in from Olivia Nesbitt. That ball gets loose. There's a fast break from Meyer. On her own left side, off the board, no good. Olivia pulls it down. Dish it back out to Emma Bowes. Emma Bowes eyes that baseline, kick out Weber. She takes a 10-footer, 12-footer, doesn't go. Olivia pulls the rebound again. Little dish out outside, no good. And there's Peyton, quick on the hop. Bowes has it at that point guard. In the paint, dish it off to Emma. It's going to get kicked off by Sumner-Fred. Will remain Jesup. Came off the foot of Briella Volker. 20.7 seconds remain in this first quarter. First conference game of the year for Jesup in the NICL East. We talked again on pregame. Looking at this central, actually the East Division of the Nickel. It's got divided up a couple years back. So when Jesup, I think we added in some teams, lost some teams, made some adjustments. So now you've got 15 teams in this NICL between the East and the West and the Central. Jesup, I think, gets a chance to play each of those teams once. And they'll play each of these teams twice, home and away. Between Jesup, Wapsie Valley, Sumner, Union, and Olwine. 10 seconds. There's a little Free shot from Sumner-Fred, not going to fly. Comes out of bounds with 5.9 to go. 7-4, Jesup with the advantage right now. Not a high-scoring endeavor. Last shot comes up and not going to be able to get another one off. As Jesup will go to the bench here, up by a score of 7-4. And we'll see where things can go from there. Jesup, stat-wise, I guess let's rewind on the scoring. When you look at, actually, we haven't quite talked about the record and the games that Sumner-Fred has already played this year. Charles City is who the team they opened up with back on the 20th November. That's their sole win, 68-35. Losing to 9th-ranked Appleton-Parkersburg at the time, 53-47. Losing tight one on December 1st to Gladbrook-Rhinebeck last Friday, 39-37. And Hudson had their number, 58-51, just this past Tuesday. Again, Jesup, a young team, but has made adjustments. I would say you could say young team based on a ton of juniors in that lineup, but those juniors were also got a fair amount of playing time last year as sophomores. So that floor experience, it's hard to duplicate that in a practice setting. But when you're actually on that floor, getting varsity experience against competition and having the solid year they had last year. And our challenges continue with the shot clock. I think Joe Smines, the AD, even brought out new batteries to try and get things to work a little bit better. So that shot clock is at 30. I think the challenge was it reset to 35. Adriana Bolden back in the game as we have a horn sound. Not sure what that challenge or issue was. And they're just trying to do some clock testing right now, I guess, to make sure that it's working as you see on your TVs and your screens. They'll reset that back to where it was at 7:55. Again, just underway here. Second quarter in Jesup. I'm Nate Kleberg on the J-Hawks Sports Network from Heartland Technology. On the upper patio with Anthony Bond, Eric Clark. Jason Pilcher will join us for the boys game. Got to come up following this varsity girls contest. And very low scoring. It's not been that there hasn't been opportunities for shots. They just have not gone through the basket. Good to also see Jesup's pep band in action tonight. Got the national anthem in earlier. You see him there on the top right side of your screen. Continue to do a good job under Mrs. Truex. Jay and the cheerleaders in-house tonight. And here's Sumner-Fred coming baseline. Westendorf had a touch on it, and there's Elliott. She gets a touch on it, but they'll take it to the guard to try and make something happen, and that was a push on the shot, and that one will go up from Elliott, and she's going to draw the foul, go to the free throw line. And that will count against Bolden, and that will be her second personal foul, Jesup's second team foul this quarter. Again, those team fouls resetting at the quarter now for girls and boys, where this is the first year that they're doing that, where originally it was you get, 7, and you're in the bonus, and after that you get double bonus. So no more 1-and-1 opportunities. They get up to 5, and that's when they automatically get 2 free throw attempts on fouls. That's new for boys and girls basketball this year in Iowa, the high school level. 7-minute mark. 9-7 is the score. 2 points for Bolden as she gets her first basket. And now Sumner-Fred still trying to play catch-up. Took a long time for either team to score when this got going in the first quarter. And that free throw will not make it with Elliott, so we are tied up at 9. And Elliott's been averaging 26 points this year. She's already at 7 and has been playing catch-up as Olivia Nesbitt sneaks in behind, gets her touch on that, and gets the follow-up on the rebound and the score. Quick in and out. Here comes Volker. And a double dribble coming through the lane. A little aggressive, trying to make some things happen. Peyton Youngblood had a touch on it, come baseline. Peyton Bowes, she throws on a baseline, draws a foul. She'll go to the free throw line. Peyton Bowes from the free throw line so far this year. She is 13 of 20 coming into tonight, 65%. Seahawks comes into the game in place of Volker for Sumner-Fred. Just above 6 minutes before halftime. Shot rolls in. Nice free throw. Jesup has not spent a ton of time at the free throw line tonight. There's a deep three from Peyton Bowes. Backside, no good. Nesbitt finds the board. And they're going to say a little extra step on a travel. So that will bring Sumner-Fred to the sideline for the inbound, right in front of their own bench. Little block up there, nice double team from Emma Bowes and Peyton Youngblood. And timeout is wanted. Timeout is wanted by head coach Kevin Bergman, as he'll bring him in, and that'll be the first called timeout of the game for either team. Looking ahead to the schedule. What's happening this weekend? Well, varsity wrestling going to be up at Old White tomorrow. JV wrestling hitting the road down to Union. So Jesup Wrestling having a phenomenal year so far, as we'll get them, I'm sure, on our broadcast schedule here before you know it. Get into next week. Junior high girls basketball at Wapsie. Boys JV wrestling tournament down in Vinton on Monday as well, and there'll be a high school Christmas concert happening here in the South Gym. That'll be on Monday. We'll check deeper on the schedule here as the night goes on, what other activities are coming up. Sumner-Fred, little lob in to Isabella Elliott. And that'll be her 9th point as they pull back within 2. Emma Bowes, little dish out. Peyton Youngblood takes a deep one. Sumner-Fred on that return. Here comes Jana Meyer. 5'3" guard. Plays bigger than her height, that's for sure. Meyer, senior on this team. That baseline shot, I think we're going to see Peyton Weber gets charged with that. And that will be her first personal. That one goes through. And Elliott, leading scorer on this team for the Cougars. And 11 of 14 coming into tonight, 78% on the free throw shooting, and that will continue to grow with that one dropping in as well. 5 minutes to play, first half. Coming up at halftime, we'll see if we can talk to head coach Joe Spines, kind of get a preview of what we're going to see tonight on the boys' end of things. (13-13) tied up after those free throws. Bringing the left side, there's Meyer. Deep shot, in and out. Who gets it? Emma Bowes has it. There's Weber. Little touch from Nesbitt. Nesbitt has a nice roll there where she's distributing that ball, and she gets the assist as Peyton Youngblood is on the scoreboard with that three-pointer. 4 minutes. Nice defensive coverage by the Peytons up front, near side. Baseline, there was an opportunity. Nesbitt cuts it off. A little outside, roving range shot doesn't work for Sumner-Fred. As Westendorf had that, they keep the ball. Maybe a little extra step there. Whistle blows. 16-13. Jaden Bowes comes in to replace Emma Bowes on the floor. And actually, no, they're both going to stay out. I don't know who sat down. Looks like maybe Emma Bowes came out. Olivia Nesbitt. Deep shot. Peyton Bowes. And the ball just kept moving, and it was hard for any Jesup player to pull that down. Outside, Volker, no good. Tried to pull that rebound in with Elliott, didn't work. Nice floor presence from Youngblood. Nesbitt takes a little shot, or takes a bounce. And she's going to try her own three in and out of the rim. Ellie gets her rebound touch on that. Elliott coming in tonight. Total of 58 rebounds. They are in that bonus situation with Elliott now at 13 total points. Anytime Jesup fouls them, we're going to see them go to the free throw line to shoot two. Sage Bain, place of Olivia Nesbitt. That's the first personal for Volker's second team foul for Sumner-Fred. Little lob in, Weber. He's got to get by that senior. There's Peyton Youngblood. Hard to match up defensive on the rebounds or pull down those offensive rebounds when you have Isabel Elliott right there. And she's committed, as I understand it, to go play volleyball at UNI next fall. 16-15 is that score. And Volker came down hard. So she will stay in the game. And Sumner-Fred will pull back their defense deeper into Jesup territory. A lob in from Bain, quick give and go, can't make it happen. Left side, there's a wide open shot. That one comes up, no good for Bowman. 1:38 to go. First half for Jesup. 16-15. It's a tight one. Little give, go. Bring that back over, up and no good for Peyton Youngblood. And they're going to fight pressure. Full court press for Jesup. Quick into Isabella. Down low, little one-hander does fall in for Westendorf. So they will take the lead back, 17-16. And swish that in for Peyton Bowes. 5 points. She's been a little slower tonight than she's been, averaging pushing 17 this season. Under a minute. Little give in, up, Elliott. Still fighting for it, whistle blows, but it will be Jesup ball. Bring in Joe Smines on headset.
Where the heck's Baldwin at?
Apparently he hunts now.
That's a scary, scary thought.
I think it's more of the activities around hunting that he's more interested in.
Good point.
So we'll let it go this time. But
I'm not sure any Baldwin should be carrying a gun around.
No, probably not. It's,
Larry included.
It's not in their trait. Not in their trait, it shouldn't be.
Good to see you guys.
Yeah.
First home game for us, for boys. So
first doubleheader that we get.
Good to see you.
Inside, Sumner-Fred. We'll see a whistle, a little extra step in there. So, do we get that clock figured out? What's going on down there?
I'm going to say right now, this has been the most bizarre start to the season in terms of clock issues that I've ever been a part of. I'm not sure there actually was an issue. This wasn't clicking in for some reason. So we run it every day in practice and haven't had one issue. Okay. So, and Mike does a great job down there. I'm telling you, every game we've gone to, we've had issues. So,
can we blame Ardell, even though he has nothing to do with it?
Yeah, good point.
Left side shot, Peyton Bowes doesn't go, and they will take it around. 19-17. Jesup has that as they get the outscored. Actually, Sumner-Fred outscored them that time, 13-12. As you're looking in that first half. So, bring up boys head coach Joe Smines, and coach, as I need to pull up your stats and kind of look at that. Season's underway. Coming off a win at Owine. Heck of a game at Denver last week as well. But talk about the season to this point.
Yeah, it's been 3 road games to start the year off. It's interesting. I looked at that schedule back last year when we got it and thought, well, we start with the best team in the league probably to start the season off. Then go to Denver is always difficult, and an Owine team that's getting better. So tell us we're 2-1 and 1-0 in the league after that stretch is. We'll take it. We've gotten a little bit better each game. I thought we played well in the first half versus Hudson, and in the second half, they just flexed their muscles and showed why they're a top 5 team in 2A. Went to Denver, got off to a really slow start, but we hung in there and played really well in the second half, and then that continued into Owine on Tuesday night. So hopefully we're getting our footing here a little bit. Obviously we got Jack and Ryan and Kale back that have played a lot of basketball at a high level. And Landon, played a little bit last year, then got hurt. And then we got some new guys playing. Madden Sly and Nick Moore and Tyler Nolan are trying to find their way a little bit. So the group's starting to mesh a little bit better together here after 3 games, and hopefully we see that tonight.
Well, that was a question, I think, in the offseason. It's like, well, you can come up with 3 slots in that 5, but how is it going to fill out?
Yeah, and Landon Vogel, if he wouldn't have got hurt last year, he's playing a little behind the 8 ball yet. Had a pretty good summer. And then got hurt at camp, but he's played pretty well in the first 3 games, and he's still learning how to play at this speed. He only played in really 7 games last year, which isn't a ton, and he was kind of the 8th man, so he's still learning how to play, but they've done a nice job. Madden Sly started 2 of the 3 games. He'll start again tonight. Has good moments for us. He kind of plays the 5-man for us on offense and defense. Nick Moore, a guy that really came on this year for us in football. Athletic, not very big, but super athletic. Has done a nice job. And the kid that... Another kid, Tyler Nolan, who, when he was a fresh soft player, I didn't know what he would turn into, but he's done a very nice job for us. Very unselfish kid, plays hard, very unassuming. If you see him in the hallway, on the court, different type of player. Gets after it, has made some really nice plays for us this year. So between Matt, Nick, and Tyler, they're trying to figure out their roles yet, and they're doing a pretty good job, though.
Yeah. I look back at the Denver game, and I think, That first half was a little rough. You know, it was
a little.
You know, so where was the energy? And I think I commented to somebody. I go, we got 5 guys playing basketball, but I'm not sure they're playing team ball yet.
You know,
and then all of a sudden something happened.
Yeah.
I think each of those players seemed to have something happen on the floor. Made a shot. There was something happened. All of a sudden they came together.
Yeah, we got beat pretty bad by Hudson on Tuesday, and that first Wednesday practice after a game is normally a little sluggish. It was beyond sluggish. We had some injuries occur during practice during that day. This was after Hudson, and actually during the Hudson game. Jack was hurt, Landon Vogel was hurt, Ryan Treptow was hurt. So I went home Wednesday night thinking, I don't know how we're going to field a competitive team. Thursday's practice wasn't a lot better. It was a little bit better, and we kind of played that way the first part of the game on Friday. But, to our kids' credit, they kind of figured it out, and we tried to stay patient with them, changed a few things. I thought Tyler Nolan did a fantastic job for us, playing with good energy, and then, Jack and Ryan got going in the second half and took us home. So that was a very, very good team win for us. Madden Sly didn't play a lot in that game, but made some huge plays down the stretch for us. So that's kind of what I've told those Nick, Tyler, and man, your minutes might vary from game to game. Who starts may vary from game to game, but we need you guys. And, Jack, Ryan, and Cale have played a ton of basketball at a high level. So trying to integrate that group has been a little more difficult this year just because it's, we have kind of a weird dynamic of guys that haven't played versus guys that have played a lot. And positionally, we're a little unusual this year with really no true 5-man. So it's taking a little bit to get to that point, but the group's working hard, and that's the most important thing. Well, you've talked in previous years about roles and who's got roles, and especially the year you had 40 seniors on your team. Who lines up, who lines where. I'm guessing there was some of that, but it's getting a little better of knowing who's playing what part, whether it's in the gym with no competition or you're up against people. Agree 100%. I'm a believer in playing the same starting lineup for a majority of the year. You look at over the course of my tenure here with our teams, most of our starting lineups are the same for the whole year. I'm not sure you'll see that with us this year for first part of this year. Like tonight, Man slides back in the lineup. It's more of a matchup-based thing. So trying to find that rhythm, that rotations, when to get guys rest. Can we get Jack a minute? Can we get Ryan Treptow a minute out of the ball game? How can we integrate those guys so they get minutes and keep the flow going still? So I think the last couple days in practice, we've been much better, the type of group I wanted to see us look like. And we've done that even though we've won 2 games already. So we still got a long way to go, but I like the direction we're going here all of a sudden. And that's just senior leadership. Jack's done a great job for us, and so has Cale. I trust those guys. They've been through this, and they're doing a good job bringing the younger, inexperienced guys along. Well, Sumner-Fred coming in, still looking for that first win of the year. What do you anticipate from them, or you haven't seen this team really probably what they're going to be yet? No, Sumner-Fred, if you look at our scouting reports over the years with them, I laugh because they're going to run motion offense, a pass to the wing, a back screen, into a cross screen, down screen. They've been doing that for a long time, and they'll run some other stuff too. And they are playing 10 guys. They've switched their starting lineup. I think 2 of the 3 games have been different guys playing. They got one guy averaging 8 points a game. He's their leading scorer, but he's a capable guy. So, it's one of those games. It's who's going to be good for them? Not quite sure yet. I'm not sure they're not quite sure either. So, a big key for us tonight is just playing really solid defense, not fouling, keep them off the foul line, don't let them get second chances. Keep guys in front of us because they're not shooting the ball real well from 3 yet this year or putting the ball in the basket a whole lot. So that's a huge component for us. But Tatum Nuss is their best player. He's a good athlete, and Jameson Howard, 2 guys that have played a fair amount for them and good athletes. Well, let's put the AD hat on a minute. Jesup Wrestling. That's great. What's going on there? That's great. That's one of those things that I smile because a lot of our programs have been very, very, very good for a long time, and wrestling was good here for a long time, and it kind of, I wouldn't say hit rock bottom, but kind of bottomed out a little bit. I had somebody tell me it was good until Larry Baldwin showed back up again. I've heard that a lot. And I told Matt I think I told this before, both programs can be good. I want us both to be good. And I think, even last year we were at that stage. So bunch of really good guys, competitive guys. They take wrestling seriously 365, and that's what it takes to be good in any sport. You got to put your time in. And Matt Gross done a great job leading that program. Has some great assistant coaches and a bunch of guys that care about wrestling. And when you care about something that much and put that much into it, you got a chance. And they're off to a 10-0 start, ranked. And for a guy that doesn't know wrestling, and I'll fully admit that, I have a lot of fun watching. A lot of fun watching him wrestle. Cooper and Bergman and Blad and Bucknell and hopefully Vanderworth here in a little bit. And I'm missing a bunch of guys. Lang, they're fun to watch, and hopefully they can keep getting better, stay healthy. And, and make a run towards the state duel and maybe a high finish in state this year.
Yeah, because there was, just looking at the paper, it's like they had their team photo, and it's like you're filling all the slots.
Yep.
JV, varsity.
Yep.
Once upon a time,
yep.
It was there was more open slots than filled slots.
Yeah, I agree. And
not too many years back.
And I think I could be wrong a little bit. I think they've had some wrestle-offs on some weights, and we haven't had that for my first year. We had a little bit of that going on, 12, 13, but it's been a long time. So it's a competitive room up there, and what a fun group. And hopefully they can stay healthy. That's a big thing with wrestling, and then
right.
Get to the finish line with a chance to to compete now in the state dual tournament and the state individual tournament.
Well, Coach, good luck tonight against Sumner-Fredericksburg Cougars.
Thanks, Layberg. Good seeing you.
All right, 1917 Sumner-Fred girls back in a couple minutes on the J-Hawks Sports Network. All right, back on the J-Hawks Sports Network from Heartland Technology. I'm Nate Clayberg. I want to thank Joe Smines, our Jesup basketball coach for boys and athletic director, coming up here at halftime of our girls game as Sumner-Fred out of the gate here with the ball. Going to miss that, and Adriana Bolden right in it, trying to get it back for Jesup, and they will have that possession arrow going their way. Again, halftime, it was 19-17 Jesup. However, Sumner-Fred outscoring Jesup in that second stanza 13-12. It was only 7-4 after that first quarter. As Jesup making their, see what kind of adjustments they had coming out of the locker room from head coach Jordan O'Connor. We'll talk to him at halftime of the boys game. Whistle down low. As that will roll out of bounds. Sumner-Fred will have the possession this time. Just above 7 minutes to go. Sumner-Fred bringing a good contingent down to Jesup tonight, but Jesup fans showing up as well, as is the student section starting to fill up down there. Wrestlers here supporting their classmates as well, and schoolmates. Good to hear about the success of Coach Gross and his wrestling program and where they're at. And keep climbing. And basketball teams looking to do the same thing. And so far have this season. As Sumner-Fred will tie things up. And that'll be 4 points for Meyer. We'll lean into Weber. That was a prayer pass into Peyton Bowes. Go across court, Olivia Nesbitt, little left side. Gonna pull back on that. And now Bolden in the paint. Kick it out. Peyton Youngblood. No good on that. Elliott gets that defensively. And out of the paint. Off the foot of some player, but Bolden, give her credit. Diving for that ball, trying to get the possession for the Jayhawks. And we're gonna see Weber, lone freshman on this team who has come in. That will be her second personal foul and the team's second foul as well. She will come to the bench. Nesbitt, Youngblood, Sage Bain, Bolden, and Emma Bowes all in the game for the Jayhawks. Little slide in doesn't work for Seahawks. Bringing near side. Bolden seeing an opportunity, baseline, nothing. Meyer on a dash over, gets that ball knocked out. Jesup keeps possession. There's Sage Bain in the paint, pulls up, draws the foul. That one hits high up off the board, goes away. She will go to the free throw line. Sage Bain. Got some experience last year in the 22-23 season. Has come on strong here on varsity. Coming in as the starter. Still tied up at 19. Looking for an opportunity to try and take the lead for the Jayhawks, and there it is. 6 points for the junior. Pressure from Jesup. Youngblood right on that ball, trying to get that possession back. Now Bolden gets by a pick. Stays on coverage of Meyer. A little over 5 to go, third quarter. Elliott, turn around, no good. Elliott misses that shot, and there's Nesbitt to pull down that rebound. Cross court, Youngblood. Bowes goes in the paint, and a little extra step on a travel call. That will send her back on defense. 5:03. Time remained, 20-19 Jayhawks. Whistle on the side, looks like let a little foot out of bounds, and Jesup will get that possession back. That makes the student section pretty happy. Bowes near side, dish off Nesbitt to then Youngblood. Working that arch. Keep making the passes, find an opportunity. Ben has the shot. Bain gets it back. They'll put it back into motion on a new offense. Wide open Nesbitt. Front of the rim, no good. Jesup couldn't get that offensive rebound, but they're going to go quickly back on defense. And there's Westendorf. In the paint now, Elliott pivots around, could not get open to get a good shot. Rose had to fight through some traffic there. She's going to try that deep three, no good. That's been a rough shot for her tonight. Trying to make something happen there. She's only got 3 points. Actually, she's got 5 points tonight. An average 16. Emma Bowes, Jaden Bowes come into the game along with Bain, Nesbitt, and Peyton Bowes. 3 Bowes on the floor. Baseline, Peyton sees a double team, triple team. Ball gets taken away. Meyer gets the hand on it. Jesup has been averaging 58.3 points per game so far through 4 games this season. And that's the first basket for Schultz. So as of right now, both these teams have been averaging 50 plus. But they've also been close to 40% each from the field. I'd love to see that stat to see where they're at on shooting percentage right now. It's not 40%, I can tell you that. But strong defenses. Deep shot right side, no good. No good for Seahawks, and Sumner keeps after it, and there is going to be that travel. A little late call from the Stripes. Sumner called it first. One of the players on the floor. She woke up the official. Westendorf in the game. Inbound, Brielle Volker Jr. Will lob in, there's Elliott. Double team, she gets high up, gets a basket to go in. Elliott, 13 points is where she was at before that basket. A chance to go to 16 now. Weber back in the game. Freshman on this team. We have 2 juniors, 2 freshmen, or actually 1 freshman, 2 sophomores, and that is a made basket for Emma Bowes. Nice free throw drops in. Jesup still playing catch-up now, 24-23. That was the 5th point for Bowes, and that ball gets turned back over to Jesup. Bring that ball left side, in and out of traffic, pull-up jumper, 7 feet, doesn't fly. 2 minutes to play, 3rd quarter. No team in the bonus. Nice for Bowes to get that turnover, force it up. No shot, but does go to the free throw line again. Timeout is wanted by Sumner-Fred and head coach Kevin Bergman. Jesup coach Jordan Conrad, assisted by Jason Pilcher. Roger Oberhauser assist on this team as well. Looking ahead to the schedule for next week. Talked about wrestling varsity tomorrow up at Olwine. Get into Tuesday. JV varsity basketball going to be here on Tuesday. We'll have the contest for you with Union coming to Jesup. JV boys at 4, followed by the JV girls at 5, thereabouts. Fresh soft boys up in the North Gym at 5:15, and then varsity girls boy doubleheader again right here on the Jayhawks Sports Network. That's happening this coming Tuesday. And wrestling will have a meet on Thursday down in North Tama. Back of the rim, or back of the board, comes in. She didn't call that, but we'll take it. Emma Bowes, 6 points for her. Air ball in there. happening 1 week from tonight. Just looking ahead to our schedule, Jesup will be over at Gladbrook-Rhinebeck. Varsity doubleheader, actually the other side of the conference, if you will. Another division matchup. Nesbitt really trying to stay tall, prevent a shot here under 1:40 to go, but with ease, there's Meyer towards the hoop, gets the basket. 90 seconds. Sumner-Fred, 26-24 advantage right now, looking for their first win on the year. Peyton Bowes with that ball. Directing Jaden to go on the paint. Little dish off to Emma. Nesbitt eyed a shot from top of the key. Shot clock would have been an issue. Just in front of the rim, no good. And really the difference we're seeing here tonight, Peyton Bowes down on points. Been averaging 16, almost 17 points per game, and sitting at just 5 right now. (26-24). And Coach Jordan Conrad, you can just tell he's formulating something in his head right now of how this can all evolve back towards Jesup's advantage. (40 seconds in the play clock, 26 in that shot clock, and a nice bust in from Schultz. Gets that back towards Jesup, shutting off that shot clock. They'll slow this down. Peyton Bowes steals it away. Opportunity for a fast break, and gonna get it taken away by Meyer, knocked it away. Comes off at Jesup. Cougars will have it, and there's Seahawks to inbound. 18.6 seconds. Full court press from Jesup. Long towards midcourt. Pressure from Nesbitt. And Meyer playing very conservative right now. Last couple seconds. Sumner-Fred. They take the lead. 26-24 is where they're at. And they outscored Jesup in that stanza by 9-5. A lot of points put up in that third quarter. 14 total. When again you look at these teams and where they've set up this season, Sumner-Fred averaging almost 51 points a game. Jesup 58.3 points per game. But it's been a defensive battle. Talking to Coach Jordan Conrad before the game, he said we cannot let them play their game, which is kind of slowing down the game. They got to keep them going, keep the speed going, keep the pressure. But in turn, Sumner-Fred has turned that around as well, and they are putting the pressure on Jesup. Looking for that first win, and they'd love to get it probably on this floor. In the history of this matchup, at least through the last 18 games, Sumner-Fred has taken the last two. Last year beat them 63-54. Cougars beat the Jayhawks in 22, 55-47. Otherwise, Jesup had a 2-game winning streak before that, but pretty solid Cougars through the history of this matchup, at least through the last 18 games that these two have played. Nice to see both stands relatively packed. Not a full house yet. Boys game will follow this. Sage Bain arches one up, misses the iron. Youngblood chases after it, checks where her feet are, make sure she's not out of bounds. Bolden, lob over to Youngblood. Dish out to Bain, opening, left side, angled off the board, no good. There's Bolden, dives in, tries to force it, draws the foul. Adriana Bolden, free throw in. Substitution, Volker comes in for Sumner-Fred. Jesup this year, free throw wise, coming in tonight 40 of 66, 60% shooting. Bolden, only 1 point tonight. Well, she's been averaging much more than that. Averaging 7 per game is where she's been. Assist leaders on this team has really helped the Jayhawks. That shot goes in, strengthens that lead. 9 points from Meyer. Pushing to Nesbitt. Out to Youngblood. Bolden. There's a 3 for Peyton Bowes. Gets what she's been looking for. Take her to 8. Within 1 now. Full court press. 6 minutes remain in this game. Jesup undefeated. Sumner-Fred yet to win in this very young season. They're going to stretch this out, use that clock. Deep shot, Sumner-Fred in and out from Seahawks. Rebound, back to the Cougars and Elliott. And Sage doing a good job covering that tall senior. And Meyer, who's 5'3", as the point guard, she does not play her height. She's got 9 points. She climbs in there, scrapping. Youngblood takes, actually, Peyton Bowes takes a deep shot. That was 2 or 3 feet beyond the arch. Peyton Bowes brings Jesup into the lead with 11. And we will see Adriana Bolden earn her 3rd personal foul. Jesup's first team foul of this quarter. Jesup on that 1-on-1 coverage. Elliott double teamed, if not triple teamed, but gets that high off the board and in. It's been a minute since she scored. Take her to 18. On baseline. Bain can't find an outlet. They're into Bolden. Nice on the right side. Up off the box and in. Take her to 3 points. Peyton Youngblood has a couple, or actually 3 tonight as we get a timeout. Sage Bain at 1. Look at Peyton Bowes, she's got 11. Nesbitt, 4 points for her in the scorebook. Bolden trying to find her way. She's got 3 points. We've seen Emma Bowes, I believe it's 6. Peyton Bowes, another sophomore coming in with 3 points. Peyton Weber at 2. And Isabella Elliott, 6'1" center for Sumner-Fred. 18 so far for her. And again, coming in tonight, 26.7 points per game on average, 67.6 from field goal range, or actually from the field. And then 79% free throw shooter. Fans keep piling in for Jesup and Sumner-Fred. Appreciate you following along the J-Hawks Sports Network, but as always, glad to have you here in person. Plus the popcorn's usually better here than you can make at home. Boys game will follow. We'll have that. It's on a different link that will show up on our YouTube channel and also on our Facebook page. Peyton Youngblood. Hobble back to Peyton Bowes. Push into Bolden. Very quick ball handling, and there is another three-pointer. Peyton Bowes in the corner. Take her up to 14 points. She was struggling there for a bit. And Sumner-Fred replies right away with Elliott now at 20. Peyton Youngblood. Rim, bowls around, looked like it was going to give an opportunity. Elliott finds that rebound. And a little extra step from Volker. Jesup has 5 timeouts remaining. Sumner-Fred with only 2 left. There's Bolden looking for an outlet. Around that elbow, there's Peyton Bowes. Now Bain. It's Nesbitt all alone. The wide open is Peyton Youngblood. Rolls around the rim, no good. Isabella Elliott pulls that in. Bring that near side. Slide in. Over to Seahawks. Volker. Nice coverage by Sage underneath, but Isabella Elliott has some inches on her. Pushes it through. 22 points now for that senior. Ball gets loose. There goes Meyer. Coverage by Bain, and foul happens. Get Meyer 5'3". She's that point guard, number 12 down there. She's a fighter. She's scrappy. And Bain stopped that fast break, but drew the foul in the process, and she will sit down and bring in Peyton Weber. Volker to inbound behind that board. Quick shot right side, rimmed out, no good. Off the shot, the hands of Westendorf, and the follow-up. The follow-up goes in for Elliott. Give her 30, actually 24 points. We're at 2 minutes remaining. Jesup trailing by 1. Jesup's been struggling on the inside, trying to get some shots happening, and tough not having the height advantage inside. Third personal foul called against Elliott. That'll be the first team foul for Sumner-Fred, so free throws are not a thing just yet. You look at the bonus. Weber. He lost her place, but finds Bolden. Rolls in. Take back the lead, 38-37. That's 5th point for Bolden. Quickly back on defense. Keeping pressure on Meyer. Strong dribbling, and she was just going, waiting to get called on the foul. Trying to get that count to go up a little bit. See if we can get them in the bonus. They got to get to 5. Here comes Emma Bowes. Peyton Youngblood will sit down. 1:14 left in the game. Sumner-Fred going to be very conservative. Work that clock. Take the right shot, not give up. Not give up. Any fouls or turnovers, and Schultz underneath gets fouled by Peyton Bowes, and that'll be her. That'll be her first personal, actually, but the 14th foul. Next one up. Puts Jesup in the bonus, and there is the free throw counting. 40-38. 1 minute. 1 minute remains. Jesup needs to hang onto that ball. Trust to Nesbitt on the three. No good. Bolden pulls in the rebound from far. Lean in from Weber. Trying to fight the freshman. Aaron pass is going to turn back over to Sumner-Fred, but there's Emma Bowes. She takes it back and gets a shot up, but draws the foul. Wow, a change of events. Back and forth inside. So a false, actually, timeout on the floor. As Jesup will take their first one tonight. With just a couple seconds left here in the timeout. Jesup will have the ball as Emma Bowes goes to the free throw line. Back the rim, no good. Give Emma her 7th point tonight. 1 point game, looking for a turnover. Volker really challenging Emma Bowes. Ball's loose inside. There's Bolden trying to dish it out. And we're going to see a timeout wanted by head coach Jordan Conrad. Not sure where possession he's going to be. They did not, I don't believe, call. I don't believe they called a jump possession, but Jordan Conrad, seeing he's got what time he has left, just down by 1, in the unfortunate circumstance right now, Jesup, if they foul Sumner-Fred, it will automatically send them to the free throw line. The way the new bonus rule set up, here at 5, it's automatic 2 shots. No more 1 and 1. Full timeout wanted by Jesup. And still trying to formulate and execute on this game plan. 32.1 remain. So Jesup will have the ball, is how it's going to be determined. Emma Bowes will inbound that, and here comes Adriana Bolden. She is that guard. That ball is going to get loose from the dribble. She's got to get that across midcourt. Quick bounce to Emma Bowes. 21 seconds. And an offensive charge. As Emma Bowes will get that ball back over to Sumner-Fred, and Sumner-Fred coach wants a timeout. Kevin Bergman. And officials, we're talking to Coach Conrad, just kind of explaining, still trying to explain what happened there as that one got turned over. But 17.7 seconds remain. Sumner-Fred again looking for that, actually not for the first win of the year, but they're looking for their second. Actually, excuse me, get that right here. They were looking for their second win of the year. I strike that. They got a win against Charles City early on. But both these teams looking for their first win in the NICL East in this young season. Jesup 4-0 coming in overall. 1-3 is what the Cougars are. Jesup is fortunately not in the advantage of the bonus, so I'm sure part of this strategy try to be a little cautious on fouling. Hunting for that turnover. As they stack up, Emma Bowes, she gets a handle on it. Now Peyton, actually Bolden, in and out of traffic. Pressure on the double team, and Conrad wants a timeout. 9.5 seconds, full timeout wanted. That'll be his second timeout wanted, or taken. So Jesup with that possession. Looking for one shot. One strategic shot to make this happen and try and get the win for the Jayhawks. Jesup hosting Union coming up on Tuesday night. We'll have that for you on the Jayhawks Sports Network. We'll see if Luke Baldwin can grace us with his presence up here in the upper patio. And then they'll go on the road Friday to Gladbrook-Rhinebeck next week, a week from tonight. And then, just kind of looking ahead, you get into the week of Christmas after that, and we'll host South Hardin in a boy-girl doubleheader on the 19th. And JV varsity girls will play at home against West Delaware on the 21st. All right, back at it. 9.5 seconds to go. Out to Emma Bowles. Her foot was on the line as she caught that. Didn't make a difference. Foul is called against Sumner-Fred and against Wostendorf. 3-team fouls. Still waiting to get that bonus. Peyton Youngblood, or Peyton Bowes. A lot of Bowes, a lot of Peytons on this team. Had plenty of Youngbloods last year. So Peyton Bowes on the inbound. Jesup now on their next foul given to them or caused by an opponent will put them at a bonus. So timeout is wanted, and Coach Conrad will take another one. He's got 2 left, 1 after this one, as the boys teams wait in the wings. But we've got a barn burner here, and it always is going to be a close game and a competitive game when Sumner-Fred and Jesup play one another. And I feel like especially when the games are here in Jesup. 24 points is the leading scorer for Isabella Elliott. Jesup, 14 points for Peyton Bowes. A little cold to start the game, and has hit a couple key threes that rallied some attention and energy for this Jesup team. Olivia Nesbitt. The inbound as they stack up. Trying to break out. There's Emma Bowes. 3 seconds on the clock. And there is a foul, and that will send Bolden to free throw line. A little late whistle, but that is a bonus opportunity to shoot 2. To tie it, if not, potentially get that winning point. Timeout wanted. Coach Bergman wants to ice the free throw shooter a little bit. Again, these teams, very low scoring when you look at points they've given, points as they go through the year, and offensively have put up. Sumner-Fred averaging 50.8 points this season through 4 games. Jesup 58.3 points per game through 4 games. Both teams are in the bonus. Not much time left as they get this full timeout. Jesup boys will follow this one. Different links on YouTube channel and also different link on the Facebook page. We're the J-Hawks Sports Network. 1.9 seconds. Adriana Bolden. No timeouts remain for Sumner-Fred. Bolden, free throw. Goes in. Ties it up. She's at 6 points. Deep breath. Balance in. Watch your defense. Less than 2 seconds. Ball bounced away. Still active, and that's it. 41-40. Jesup remains undefeated. 14 points, leading scorer for Peyton Bowes. 7 for Adriana Bolden with 2 game-winning free throws. Cougars go down 1 and 4 on the year, 0-1 in conference play. Jesup 1-0, actually 2-0 in conference play, 5-0 on the season. Coming up, our next girls broadcast is coming up on Tuesday of next week against Union here in Jesup. But the boys game will follow, again, right here on the J-Hawks Sports Network. For Anthony Baugh, our on-site producer, Eric Clark, our camera operator. Again, I'm Nate Kleberg from the upper patio. You've been watching Jesup High School Athletics on the J-Hawks Sports Network. Go J-Hawks and good evening.